Cynthia Nixon had an interview with New York Times Magazine, and during that interview, she says that she decided to be a lesbian. She wasn't born that way, which is a very controversial stance to take on the gays. So I want to read you.
Are we allowed to say that? The gays?
Can you say the gays? I love the gays, so.
Okay, all right. Well, then it's okay.
It comes from a good place. I don't know if it's not PC, but it is what it is. Anyway, I want to read you her exact.
It's not a matter of PC or not PC. It's more like grandma or not grandma. That's like something your grandma would say. So, what does she say about the gays?
I hear you. So here's what she told the magazine. She says, I gave a speech recently, an empowerment speech to the gay audience, and it included the line, I've been straight and I've been gay and gay is better. And they tried to get me to change it because they said it implies that homosexuality can be a choice. And for me, it is a choice. I understand for many people it's not, but for me, it's a choice and you don't get to define my gayness for me. She continues to say, I also feel like people think I was walking in a cloud and didn't realize I was gay, which I find really offensive.
Oh, no, she didn't.
So now, of course, everybody is going to get up in arms over this. But don't worry, Young Turks is here to solve this riddle for you guys, as we often do. So is being gay a choice, or is it something that you're born with? The answer is both. For some people, depending on where they are on the spectrum, it's, of course, my famous spectrum theory that Professor Kinsey traveled back in time to steal. But anyway, if you're born, quote unquote, very gay on that spectrum, meaning that you're largely gay, then it's not much of a choice. If you're born largely straight, it's not much of a choice. You're straight. That's what you are, right? But if you're born somewhere in the middle and you're bisexual, then sure, you could be gay, you could be straight. And the reality is you're actually bisexual. You're choosing the different genders that you are having as partners at different times in your life. So, mystery solved.
Sexuality is the most interesting thing, in my opinion, to learn about. Because
I agree. Sexuality, very interesting.
And not because I have like pervy wanker tendencies, but just because there's so many.
Although that would be fun.
There's so many differences when it comes to one person to another. So let me give you an example. There was a study done that looked at the sexual desires of men versus women, and they found out that on average, women have a broader range of sexual desires than men do.
Don't it? So
I'm really curious to see whether or not that's a biological thing or if it's something that is created by, societal expectations. So I'll give you an example. Men don't get to experiment with their sexuality the way women do, right? Women can dabble in the vagina pool as much as they want and people love it, right? But men can't do the same thing. If men attempt to do that, they're immediately cast off as gay, even though they were just experimenting. So it's really interesting to me.
Okay. You've said many fascinating things, including the vajayjay pool, which I was not aware that there was a pool that you could dive in. If there is,
I jump in it.
Okay, but as far as social stigma is concerned, of course you're right. There's more of one relating to guys, although some people break it. Hugh Hefner has talked about how he might have done that when he was younger, and everybody says, okay, but he's Hugh Hefner, he's still the straightest guy in the world, right? In a lot of ways. But for women, although I'm sure some guys will think, oh, no, you did it once, right? But for women, we wildly encourage it. We're like, yeah, go, dive in the pool, let's see what happens, right? Oh, you're back out of the pool, you're with us, fantastic. Everybody's a winner.